I'm thinking back to a note you wrote in early August where you said, we find it highly unlikely that Congress will fail to extend the benefits currently being negotiated. Doesn't mean we won't need to weather some uncertainty about it. Are we still in that kind of inning?
Yeah, I think there's no question that we don't have an answer yet on the negotiation process. I'll stand by our view that we think ultimately we will end up getting more fiscal stimulus, but it may now take until the election is finalized before we can move forward. The good news is that we actually think there's enough stimulus in the pipeline for now to kind of get us through year end without causing a risk of a double dip recession, and ultimately, no matter who wins the election, by the first quarter, we'll have an additional stimulus that's probably still required to make sure that the recovery continues. So, yeah, it's messy. It's always messy in the 11th hour politics, and this year's no different.
So when we see the street start to shave Q4 numbers on consumption and GDP, what do you make of the worry that without stimulus, even post-election, that we do end up with something approaching stall speed in Q4?
Yeah, so we did that. Our economists made those adjustments because our view now is that there's only about a 1 in 3 chance that we get the stimulus before the election, which means the fourth quarter, to your point, we'll probably see some reduction in consumption because that has been a big driver of this snapback. But not a recession, right? So just kind of a curtailment of some of the demand trends that we've seen in the fourth quarter. That may result in some weaker guidance during this earnings season, something we wrote about this morning. And that may, cause another reason for pause here in the short term in this market. And that's been our view, Carl, as you know, that we thought we got a little overcooked in August. We thought the market would enter a trading range for the rest of this year. But that doesn't mean that we can't move forward again next year. And there aren't some terrific opportunities to be buying here for that recovery story. And that's what we're really trying to encourage clients to do, is kind of block out some of the near-term noise, look past the year end, and try to find opportunities where we think the recovery will be most beneficial for these stocks that haven't yet priced that.
Well, where exactly do you see those opportunities?
So it would be in some of these areas, say travel, leisure, consumer cyclical services, some of the materials and energy areas. And also, clearly, the financials is an area we've kind of stuck our neck out on a little bit because we do think one of the big mispricings that's out there is back-end interest rates. And we think that's starting to become more understood and appreciated. And back-end rates have started to move up. And that's probably the single biggest thing that's been holding back the financials. And so that's another area we think there could be great opportunity.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.